I'm Nargiza, and in today's video lesson we are going to talk about the reading, specifically reading in simple present tense. So in one of our previous presentation we talked about present simple tense and present simple tense in writing. Actually we talked about so creative writing and critical writing with present simple tense, and today we are going to focus our attention on reading in present simple tense. Well, let us quickly review what is present simple tense. Present simple tense is the tense which describes our habitual, regular actions. Well, besides that, it describes our actions with repetitions and generalizations. This tense requires certain words like adverbs of frequency, like frequently, often, usually, occasionally, sometimes, rarely, and never. We know that this tense takes the suffixes s or es for the third person singular. For example, she goes to the gym every day, or like she teaches English. In order to understand reading, I choose a story in simple present tense, and the story is about the airport. Actually, it's called The Airport Book by Lisa Brown. Well, please, I want everyone to follow me because I'm going to read the story. Just follow, and with the way of following story, you will also improve not only reading skill but also listening skill. Okay. When you go to the airport, you can take a car, a van, a bus, or even a train. Sometimes we take a taxi cab. You drive on the highway to where the ground is really flat. There are lots of people saying lots of goodbyes. Sometimes they hug, sometimes they cry. They have big bags on wheels and smaller bags on their shoulders and backs. Sometimes you can't tell exactly what is packed inside the bags. Sometimes it is a mystery. Inside the airport, you stand in lines. You stand in lines to get your ticket. You stand in lines to check your bags. There are lines for the restrooms. There are lines to go through security. A machine X-rays all the bags that you take on the plane. Sometimes another machine X-rays your body. You will also take that with you on the plane. You walk past benches and shops and restaurants and art exhibitions. It's like a little indoor town. Sometimes there are small beeping cars driving through the town. Sometimes the sidewalks and staircases move by themselves. You have to hold your little sister's hand tight or she could get lost. When you reach your gate, you wait and wait and wait and wait. Outside, people are getting the plane ready. They are checking that everything is working and safe and clean and ready to fly. Things are loaded onto the plane. Gas is put into the fuel tanks. Food is put into the gallery. Luggage is put into the cargo hall. The crew put themselves on the board and take their places. Now the passengers can board. You wait until your group is called, then walk down the jetway. It looks like an accordion. You squeeze into your seat. Some bags go up top. Some bags go underneath. You have to make sure that you have all your books and papers and music and games and toys before the plane takes off. You listen quietly to the safety announcements. You stow your tray table. You buckle your seatbelt tight across your lap. A flight attendant walks up and down the aisle pushing a cart. Sometimes you get something to drink. Sometimes you get something to eat. Sometimes there is a movie to watch. Sometimes there are people to talk to. Sometimes the plane is bouncy, but most of the time it is smooth. Outside there are clouds and clouds and clouds. When the plane lands, you collect all your things. You say goodbye to the crew and go to the baggage carousel to find the bags you checked. The bags travel around in a circle. When you see your bag, you pull it off fast. You have to make sure that your bag is really your bag. Outside, there are lots of people saying lots of hellos. Sometimes they hug, sometimes they cry. Then everyone leaves. When you leave airport, you can take a car, a van, a bus, or even a train. We're taking grandpa's car, and then you do everything all over again in the other direction when it is time to go back home. So we have listened to one of the interesting story by Lisa Brown, which is about the airport. And the events takes place in the airport. And so for this activity, I would like you, dear learners and the students, to pay attention to the text itself. So almost all sentences in the text is described with the simple present tense. And of course there are time indicators showing these tense as well. Well, for assignment 1, I decided to add here a simple task, like your task will be to translate the story, because you are learning English language, and English language is your probably the second or the third language. It's not your first language. Therefore, please translate the story into your mother tongue and try to pay attention to the tense formation and tense usage. For assignment 2, I would kindly ask you to rewrite the story in the third person singular, as we have today practiced. Third person singular requires S or ES at the end of the verb. And please be careful with using third person singular and rewrite the story in the third person singular. Here choose either he or she. That is all for now. I do hope that the reading was really interesting for you, and for more comments, for more questions, please visit our official website and our official Telegram channel and send your questions or comments. That was all for today. See you in our coming classes. Bye.